Fuck, bitch, shit, cunt. Fuck, bitch, shit, cunt. Fuck, bitch, shit, cunt. Alright, now I'm all loose, ready to go. By the way, I have some people that email me and they're like, hey, no joke, I love your videos, except for that you swear so much. And my response to this is, go fuck your mother. Cool. Anyways, I digress. I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing fine. Got an email from a gentleman named Matty, who hails from the great nation of Finland, which is not part of Scandinavia, mind you. The title of the email is Moving to Cambodia, and he actually, I've actually done a couple of videos for this guy before, so shout out to you, sir. Thanks for the email. And I'm just going to get to it. And this is something that I can talk about, and this is definitely going to help some people out, especially those moving abroad alone. So let me just read the email, and then I'm going to get to it. Alright, so here we go. He says, man, what the fuck is that in my mouth, dude? Shit. He says, hello. I hope you can answer this email. It would mean a great deal to me. So, I went to Cambodia, and I was in Phnom Penh for 1 week. And I flew back home because I felt so much stress to learn the language. I felt people there were not genuine. I was feeling lonely even though I had local friends. Also, I was having thoughts like, what the fuck have I done? I've left everything and moved here. Now I wish to fly back there. He wants to go back to Cambodia now, after a few weeks of being in cold-ass Finland again. He says, did you experience similar feelings and how did you overcome them? What's your advice to me? Alright, so we got a guy. We got a Finnish gentleman. Alright. Got a Finnish gentleman. And he moved to Cambodia, and after a week, he realized that it's not as easy as you might think it is. It's not as easy as just going there. I mean, that's definitely the first step, but once you realize that he might have to learn Khmer, which is the language of Cambodia, that the task of moving abroad became more daunting to him once he did it, and that he started to get to know a lot of the locals, and he realized that a lot of the Cambodian locals weren't so genuine, and they weren't really his friends. So then he goes back to Finland with his fucking tail in between his legs like a little fucking bitch. Yeah, I said it. Go fuck yourself. And now he's like, oh man, Finland's cold as shit. The food here sucks. I want to go back to Cambodia, man, and give it another shot. Let me talk about what I did. And a very similar thing happened to me. I'm just going to point this out. So I moved to Cambodia March 10th, 2015. And I'd say within a week, just like you, man, a week, I was laying in my bed, and I was, I had smoked some weed that day. I'd smoked a little bit of weed, and I was laying in my bed, and I was like, dude, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what the fuck did I just do? Coming to Cambodia, I broke up with my fiance, I quit my job, I left my family behind here in Virginia. Not that I have children, but just my parents and my brother and all that, and just the whole rest of my family. People were doubting me. People were like, "Oh, Brayton, you're crazy for doing this. What are you doing? You're making a fucking mistake." And then I was laying in bed, and I started to believe that. I started to believe them. But I realized it was a test. So what I did is I skedaddled to the fucking Phnom Penh International Airport, and I as quickly as I could, I bought a return ticket from Phnom Penh to Washington D.C., which is the closest city to where I live in Virginia here. And I told my parents, I'm like, I'm coming back. I wasn't crying, but I was very upset. I'm like, I'm coming back home, boo boo bee boo. I'm a little fucking bitch. So the next day came. My flight was gonna come in like 2 days from the day I bought the ticket, and then I smoked a little bit more weed. And I was laying in my bed again, and I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning, and I was thinking, oh no, what have I done? I'm going to go back to America with my tail between my legs. I made this big deal about how I'm moving to Cambodia. I'm going to be a kickboxer. I'm going to live this new life. I'm going to make a big change. I'm going to I'm going to experience things that most people will only fantasize about. That they'll only read about, that they'll only watch on YouTube, right? So then I got a tuk-tuk to the Phnom Penh airport, and I got my money back. Thank God. I was able to get a full refund on my fucking ticket, dude, which is crazy. And then the rest is history. I was in Cambodia for 2 years. Now, as far as learning the language, I was very eager to learn the language because here in America, we deal with a lot of immigration, and typically the immigrants here speak Spanish. They're from El Salvador, they're from Mexico, they're from Guatemala, they're from different parts of Central America, Latin America. And it's very frustrating when people come here, especially illegally, and don't pay taxes, and they also make no effort to learn English. Which I understand because a lot of the Latino immigrants that come here, they come here with their families and friends, and they form their own communities, so it's not necessary for them to learn English, at least at first. A lot of them do speak English, but a lot of them don't care. And I think that's fucked up. So my mindset is if I'm moving to a foreign country, I'm going to learn the language. Maybe I'm not going to learn how to read and write Khmer because it's a very foreign, it's alien to any Western language. They don't use the Roman alphabet, obviously, like most languages from Europe do. But the way I saw it was like a challenge. It was a task, and it was a way for me to learn something new and to interact more with the locals. And nothing put a smile on these people's face when my white ass came up to them and I started speaking Khmer to them. They loved it. And, I never really doubted myself when it came to that. But this guy's also talking about the locals, how he felt like he didn't fit in. So that is a reality of moving abroad, especially to a place where you're a different race. So for example, like if I move to Spain or anywhere in Europe, chances are it's going to be easier for me to integrate with people, and it's going to be easier for me to mesh simply because I am white and simply because because my ancestors are European. But if I move to a place like Africa, or like at least Central Africa, or even a place like Latin America where most people are brown skinned, or a place like Cambodia where most people are made darker, I'm gonna stick out, dude. No matter what I do, no matter how well I speak Khmer, no matter how, down I am with the culture, I'm still always gonna be the Barang. I'm always gonna be the Gringo. I'm always gonna be the Mozungo. Whatever. It's always gonna happen. But so what? So what? There's nothing wrong with being different, man. So I think this guy Matt had a bad attitude. I think Matt, if you're watching, I think you had a bad attitude about going to Cambodia, man. Look, if you're moving to a new country, it's on you to learn the new language. Just as if I decide that I want to visit Finland, I can't get mad if the people don't understand me. I have to learn how to speak Finnish. That's my point. Let's see what else I can say here. Moving abroad alone is not easy. It's not. It's a lot easier when you have your friends and family with you because you have people to fall back on. You have emotional support. You have support, period. You even have financial support. Whereas me and a lot of other people, I just went alone. And listen, if moving abroad alone and starting a new life was easy, then a lot of people would do it. A lot of people fantasize about it. A lot of people lay in bed at night and they look at their ceiling and they think about it. They read about it. They live vicariously through YouTubers who actually fucking did it. And I'm fucking doing it again, mind you. It's going to take some time, but I am going to do it again, I promise you. With or without y'all's help. So what else did he say? He said that the people there weren't genuine, dude. Yeah, I mean, if you're moving to any third world country, if you're moving to any developing country, dude, the people there are going to see you as somebody that they could possibly take advantage of. That makes sense. So if you go to Cambodia, for example, which this guy did, and you're European, they're automatically going to take you for somebody who has a lot of money and worth and value, and maybe somebody who's even way more intelligent simply because you're white. Which, is that true? Are white people always smarter? Not always. They usually are, but not always. There's some dumbass white motherfuckers out there. So yeah, man, look, my advice is this. It sounds like you're starting to regret going back to Finland, and I suggest that you stop being a little pussy ass bitch and take your fucking Finnish ass back to Cambodia and just make an effort to learn the language, dude. And my advice for you to learn Khmer is to put yourself in awkward situations. That's exactly how I did it, dude. Don't waste your fucking money and time and energy on going to a language school. Alright, yes, you will learn, but not the same way. It is so much better to learn with the locals and actually hear how they say it. And put yourself in that awkward situation to where your heart is beating because you're nervous to speak with them. But once you do, man, you're going to get it. And I used to regularly speak Khmer with everybody. With the tuk-tuk drivers, the sellers and vendors at markets, with just passerbys on the street, with just anybody. And that is the best way that I learned. And you'll also learn a lot of the slang too. So that is what I suggest, man. When I lived in Cambodia, dude, I used to have nightmares of me waking up in my bed here in Virginia, and then I'd wake up in reality, and I'd be in Cambodia and be like, oh my god, okay, shit, I'm not actually back in Virginia. But the time did come for me to leave, and I don't regret leaving. I'm glad I spent my 2 years there. I will never forget it. It's the best decision I ever made in my entire life, man. So anybody who's watching right now, if you're thinking about going abroad, just understand that getting there is just the beginning. That's just the beginning of your journey. Don't think just because you hop on a plane and you land in another country that it's all good now. It's not. You're going to have to face some hardship. Any immigrant, no matter where you go, any immigrant or whatever you want to call it, will face hardship going to a new land with new values, cultures, a money, currency system, language, religion, all that. Cambodia is a Buddhist country. So the people think totally differently than they do over here in America. I could go on and on about it all fucking day, but my advice is don't doubt yourself. Alright? Don't let a little bit of hardship shake you, man. Life ain't always easy. Life has crests and troughs just like the ocean. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, man. And you gotta learn how to roll with it either way. So, like I said, man, quit being a little ass bitch, go back to Cambodia, knuckle up on your Khmer, and make it happen, dude. Don't be one of these dudes that looks back one day in your rocking chair going, man, I was in Cambodia for a week, but I pussed out. I was a little bitch because I didn't, because it was hard. It's really hot there, and the people were weird. Well, dude, the people are weird fucking everywhere, man. So anyways, guys, I think I've made my point. You guys can always email me. I love doing videos for everybody on many, many different subjects. My email is nojokestriking@gmail.com. Bitches. Follow me on Instagram, y'all, at Brayton Howard. That's me. Like and share my shit on Facebook.com. On Facebook. Facebook.com/NoJokeHoward. And if you are interested in donating for my GoFundMe campaign, so I can travel to Mexico and get hand surgery, the link is in the description box below. I also accept donations via PayPal. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you don't want to help, that's fine too, man. I'm still going to keep doing what I do and still going to keep moving forward in life, y'all. Peace!